All right, we're going to switch gears now. And parents and other adults, including teachers and coaches, shouting at or verbally threatening children could be as damaging to their development as physical or even sexual abuse. That is all according to some new research, which goes as far as saying that childhood verbal abuse desperately needs to be acknowledged as an abuse subtype. This is part of a new study. It's published in the journal Child Abuse and Neglect. It looked at 166 earlier studies to produce new analysis on the lasting effects of childhood verbal abuse. All right, so here now to give us a medical perspective on this study, let's bring in Dr. Daniel Bober. He's a board-certified psychiatrist, a forensic psychiatrist. Dr. Bober, thank you so much for your time. So the headline of all this really says that yelling at kids is just as harmful as sexual or physical abuse. But within the study then, it specifies this verbal abuse, which is not necessarily the same thing as yelling at a child. Kind of detail this a bit more for us.
So one of the things the authors talked about in the discussion of the study was the fact that it's very difficult to define childhood verbal abuse. So for example, if you ask one parent, they might call it discipline. Another parent might call it childhood verbal abuse. But childhood verbal abuse is denigrating, belittling. Sometimes it can be shouting. But anything that can harm a child, and what we're talking about are things that are what we call adverse childhood experiences. Adverse childhood experiences are different forms of maltreatment, abuse, neglect, and they can cause the risk in later life of depression, anxiety, insomnia, low self-esteem, and things that we might not think about, like substance use, criminal behavior, and even things like obesity, heart disease, cancer, and even premature death. And this is because these stressors cause the release of cortisol, which ultimately leads to inflammation and immune dysfunction, which can affect our health even decades later. So it's a significant public health problem.
It really is, and it's so scary when you think of, all of the other effects that you don't think about. So why has it taken so long to look at the real life consequences of this verbal and emotional abuse?
I think part of it is generational. If you talk to your parents, they'll always say, well, when you were younger, you had it great, because when I was younger, my father beat me to a pulp. And back, 50 years ago, maybe that was acceptable. But now we know that these types of abuse have significant health consequences, and they're happening actually in up to 40% of homes. So this is not something that's a one-off. This is as common or more common than other forms of abuse, like physical or sexual abuse, and just as damaging.
All right, so what about yelling in general? And so when I say yelling, I mean more of kind of like speaking loudly versus like, berating or denigrating a child, because some parents, there really are families that seem to just communicate loudly. Everybody's yelling at everybody else.
Well, for some kids, it depends on their temperament. That may be something that's a trigger for them. I know I have a friend who's an adult that when people are yelling, even as an adult, it's very triggering for him, and it reminds him of his childhood. And it could be something that makes him feel traumatized. So it really depends on the family. But I think there are sort of obvious forms of verbal abuse that we would all look at and you know it when you see it. But then there are ones that are more subtle, even sometimes when you're not raising your voice, just forms of threat or intimidation, withholding something from them that they want. Again, there's a fine line between discipline and verbal abuse for some, but the effects, the wounds, are invisible but just as damaging.
They certainly are. And we know, that at the core, at the heart of all this, most parents, are truly just trying to do their best. What is your advice to parents, who may yell at their kids as a form of punishment, and think that they aren't doing any harm, or, this is how I was raised?
My advice is to break the cycle of intergenerational trauma. If you're a parent, if you're losing your cool, if you feel like you want to take out your day on your child, you need help yourself. You need to get treatment. You need to manage your anger. You need to learn to self-regulate, to deal with your emotions in a healthy, positive way. Whether that means exercise or mindfulness or yoga or even medication, you need to get treatment as a parent so that you don't pass this on to your child and it continues from generation to generation.
All right, great advice there. Such important information. Dr. Daniel Bober, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.